Hey guys, welcome to episode 1 to episode of To The Hilt. I'm Joshua.
And I'm Cameron. And today we wanted to chat with you guys about D&D, or Dungeons and Dragons.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
If you like movies or books or TV or board games or video games or life, you've probably at least heard of D&D. You at the very least know that it's a game, and you probably think it's a game for nerds. Well, if rolling dice for a chance to speak an ancient language and summon a fire-breathing behemoth in order to destroy a dark fortress full of undead creatures all while sipping on your favorite bevy with all your besties is nerdy, then I don't want to be not a nerd.
Today, we're going to try and answer some of the basic questions about the game of Dungeons and Dragons, to try and make the idea of starting a game a little bit less daunting for you guys. Let's do this.
So what is D&D? What is D&D, really? It's an RPG, a role-playing game. The first role-playing game, actually. And what do we do when we role-play? Focus. We pretend. You pretend to be someone else, somewhere else, doing something else. Everyone works together as a team to use their imagination to reach a common goal. I mean, that's it. Nailed it.
Josh, wait, we've got... I think you mean the Dungeon Master here. The Dungeon Master, or DM, is more than anything a game manager for a game of Dungeons and Dragons. They create an adventure through a combination of careful, tedious planning and on-the-spot improvisation. And then they guide the players through that adventure, through the different puzzles and encounters and various things that they experience throughout this adventure. They're a combination narrator, referee, and higher power in a game of D&D. Now I know what you're thinking. Being a DM sounds like a lot of work. And it can be. But really, if you know anyone who's interested in creative writing or storytelling, or just has a big imagination that they're ready to put down on a piece of paper, that's all that's really needed to be a good DM. And don't forget to give us a little subscription, because we're going to be doing a lot of videos on DM tips in the future to teach you guys how to be awesome DMs.
Oh, and you don't have to wear a cape. I mean, our DM doesn't wear a cape. You can wear a cape if you want to. Anyone can really wear a cape at any time, so you be you.
Well, the best way to answer that question is by answering a few other questions first.
Being a player means you create a character within the Dungeon Master's story. Now, if the DM is the director of the movie, then you're playing as one of the main actors. So you're going to have options to pick your race, gender, and class. And I'm not just talking about male, female, and skin color. The possibilities are endless. I mean, if you want to do a clone character of Luke Cage or one of the Powerpuff Girls, more Powerpuff to ya. But seriously, you could also be like a half cat, half demon lightbringer with a magic flute and purple skin. That's pretty cool, right? Yeah. Definitely subscribe to our channel, come back, check out To The Hilt. We get a little bit more in depth on being a player, specifically creating a character, so watch for that.
That's up to your DM and your specific group. Playing a campaign with just one player and one DM might not be very fun, but having 12 players and one DM, it's going to really bog things down. Our group has had 4 players, and our current group has 3. And that area feels like a magic number. But do whatever you think your specific group can play with. It can be a single story that happens over one night of gameplay, or a big campaign of interconnected, world-spanning adventures over the course of 20 years or longer. Our group's first campaign lasted about 2.5 years. And we just finished a second one that went a little bit over a year. Our group meets up once a week for about 3 to 4 hours after we're all done with our day jobs. And that works well for us, but you can play as little or as often as you guys want. Just find what works for your specific group.
Sort of. And yes, So the DM can simply play with sheets of paper and draw out the map or the board, basically, for the players. That's the way the game was originally played, and some people still prefer to play it that way. Our group plays on this custom dry erase board that we made. Hope we didn't need that. And it's probably one of the best decisions we've ever made in our individual lives. Like, ever. So everyone's gonna need dice. You're gonna have a lot of stuff that you're gonna wanna do throughout the adventure. Now you roll dice to see if you succeed or fail at them. Now the higher the number, the more awesome you're gonna do. The lower the number, you're gonna not do great.
As your rogue reaches the end of the hallway, you encounter a closed-off door preventing you from getting further into the dungeon.
I'm gonna open the door.
As you grab the door handle, it rattles, but it won't open.
Okay. I'm not very strong. I'm gonna try and just kick down the door to open it.
All right, roll me a strength check.
2.
As you boot the door with all your might, it refuses to budge.
Oh, I have thieves' tools, so I'm gonna try and unlock the door to open it that way.
All right, roll me a dexterity check.
Better dice. Natural 20.
As you work your tools into the lock, it pops open, and you guys continue further into the dungeon.
Before we end this video, I just want to touch back on that very first question.
What is D&D, really?
Because it's such a big one. And I don't want to get too philosophical because D&D it's different things to different people. It forces you to be creative, and I think that's really important. Acting is a passion for me, and so I really enjoy taking on characters and being other people. And it sounds kind of weird, but I've learned a lot about myself by being someone else. And so that's what I enjoy the most about D&D.
I love the creative outlet side of things. I've always been a writer, an artist, and this gives me something to do every single week where I'm writing, I'm creating, and more than anything, it's a chance to spend a few hours with my friends every week. We've got an established plan. It doesn't matter how busy we are. It doesn't matter what we're doing at a given time. We all know Wednesday's game night. I'm going to see Josh, I'm going to see Tiara, I'm going to see Ben. We're going to have a good time. And that's the important thing to me. It's if you're going to sit in a basement and pretend to be an elf, you might as well have some friends there with you. Thanks for watching, guys. This has been a lot of fun. If you guys are interested in D&D, if you're new players or veteran players, feel free to subscribe to our channel, leave us a comment, like this video, and if you have any questions or have any videos that you'd like for us to do in the future, go ahead and let us know.
I mean, the light's doing something.
Does that mean we're starting? Does that mean we're stopping? Is it recording right now?
It's recording right now.
Okay.
Okay.